Hello everybody, my name is the Jurassic Insider and welcome to Jurassic World, the game. In today's video, we are going to be finding out if the season pass in Jurassic World, the game, is actually worth it. This is a bit of a different video compared to what I normally do, so if you want to see more like this in the future, please make sure to let me know with a like rating down below and subscribe to the channel. That'll be pretty awesome as well. But now we're gonna get on with the video. So the basic idea of this entire video is, of course, recently, and by recently I mean about a year ago, Jurassic World, the game, or Ludia, added a new feature called the season rewards. The season rewards are basically where you complete a bunch of missions and you're able to obtain rewards, of course. And the rewards are usually pretty good. It can range from creatures to resources to packs. It can really be anything that the game wants to throw at you. And usually there is an exclusive season creature at the end. Of course, since about a year ago when this feature was added, there became many more versions of it. And that included a premium and a grand premium bundle pass. These are in-game passes that you can buy. They're not subscriptions, but rather passes you can buy for certain select season passes. You can choose every now and then when you would like to purchase one. And because of that, it's caused a lot of uprising in the Jurassic World the game community, debating whether this is actually worth it. So today, I'm going to be settling it using my worst enemy, math. That's right, I'm going to be using school in a YouTube video. How insane is that? But we're going to be using math and my own personal bias to see if the season pass is truly worth it. And which one is it? Is it the premium bundle or is it the regular premium? Which one is actually the best? And we're going to settle this. And basically what I did is the strenuous process. And I mean, this took forever. And the basic idea, to explain it in the most simple terms, because it was quite complicated. Not the most complicated math in the world, it's just percentages and whatnot, but it did take a long time. And it included taking the price ratio of every single pass and then finding out what advantages they had. So for example, how much DNA they had, how much food they had, how much coins, all the other resources, how many dinosaurs they offered, all these different bonuses that each pass gives you along with the regular. The regular is of course our control variable. So we're gonna be comparing that and using percentages. So there's some relatively basic math that gets a bit complicated and a bit continuous, but we're going to be using it to our best of ability. So basically what I did is to find out how much each pass increases from one another. I just did a basic percent ratio, which is just taking the original percent minus the new percent over the original percent again times the whole thing by 100, and that will essentially give me the percent increase. So from regular to premium, there's a certain percent increase, and from regular to grand premium bundle, there's also a certain increase. Now, of course, the way I'm going to be doing this is premium is going to have its own category. And what I mean by that is that just because I'm saying premium, yes, premium, technically you get the regular rewards and the premium rewards, as we all know. But for the purpose of this, I'm just going to be counting the premium rewards, since the regular ones are technically free and don't come with the pass. Same thing with the Grand Premium Bundle, except it's going to be the Grand Premium Rewards, which includes the Premium Rewards. I know it's already getting a bit complicated, but just try to stick with me here. And I'm going to be finding the percent increases of each of these prices. Now, of course, the regular one is free, meaning it's $0. And of course, you can't have a percent increase of 0 to 100 or $10, which is how much the regular pass costs. So that means that I'm gonna have to make up an arbitrary number. And for this case, I said $5. So technically, yes, the regular pass is $0, but we're gonna be considering it as $5 because there's no way I can make math because it would be an infinite increase essentially. So just stick with me here. Basically, there's going to be a certain increase. So from the regular pass to the premium bundle is 100% increase essentially. So every time we have a reward, it should be 100% of an increase. For example, if we have 3,000 DNA in the regular pass after completing the whole pass, and we get 3,000 total DNA, in order for it to be 100% increase, it must be double that, which is 6,000 DNA, and that is what I would consider worth it. Of course, if it's better than that, if it's higher, that's even better. If it's lower, then it's below standards. Same thing with the Grand Premium Bundle. Of course, Grand Premium Bundle combines regular premium rewards along with some extra rewards. For this, in order to get from regular to Grand Premium Bundle, which costs $40, it is going to be a 400% increase. So that is a lot more. So that means if the pass or the regular pass, which is free of course, gives you 3,000 DNA, you should be able to get 4 times that much, which is of course 12,000 DNA. So the Grand Premium Bundle has a lot more expectations. But of course that makes sense because it costs a lot more. 4 times as much money is a lot more. So I'm basically going to be going through each resource, telling you very quickly. It's not going to be super strenuous. I'm not going to tell you the math every time. But basically I'm just finding out the ratio compared to the next number if you're interested in the math. I may or may not link the spreadsheet if this video gets, you know, at least a good amount of views and people are interested in like fact checking my math. Of course there might not be, there's probably very few people that would, but if you are interested, of course I will leave the spreadsheet perhaps pinned somewhere. I don't know if I can still do that, but I'll leave the basic math of what I kind of did in the description. But of course for this video I don't want it to be too convoluted, so let's get started. So starting off here, the most important thing here is the number of rewards. So of course this increases each time. So with the regular pass or free one, you get 38 rewards if you finish the whole pass. Of course, that doesn't always happen, but we're going to consider and say that you will. So 38 rewards. From there, the premium pass gives you 38 rewards as well. But of course, this is added upon, so it's total 76. Now, I know I said I'm not going to be including regular rewards as part of the percentage, but this is the one time I'll give it a pass because it makes sense. So technically, since it's 76 total, this is a 100% increase, meaning the premium bundle is worth it in terms of rewards. However, the Grand Premium Bundle isn't as low. Unfortunately, it's going to be 57 rewards, which is barely an increase from the premium bundle, which is only a 150% increase from the regular pass. Meaning this is not going to be worth it. And in my opinion, of course, I'm going to be adding my own bias for each of these categories. I'm definitely going to say the premium just because I think the amount of reward you get again is double, and it's just backed up by it. That's all I can do. Moving on, next we have DNA. We have all our resources here. There's DNA, food, points, dino buff, and loyalty points. So starting off with DNA had a very similar outcome to the number of rewards. It looks like because they went from 3,420 cumulative DNA to 19,000, huge increase, over 455% increase, which is exactly what the Grand Premium Bundle should get. So if you get 19,000 units, that is enough to buy almost a full searches, which is absolutely insane. So there is a lot of DNA there, a lot more than there probably should be. So I would 100% give it to you. Now in the Grand Premium Bundle defense, it does get over 400% with 29,000, which is still a huge increase, but again, you have to remember this is 4 times more. So in my opinion, even though both check out, I would definitely say food is also a very similar case, except it looks like when it starts out with 30,000 food, you can get to 75,000 food with premium and 500,000 with Grand Premium Bundle. Now yes, Grand Premium Bundle does have the lowest percentage increase from 30,000 to 500,000. However, the biggest difference here is that the Grand Premium Bundle here, again, is very expensive. And if you know anything, 500,000 food is nothing. It is not going to get you anywhere, essentially, especially at the price you're paying for. Even the premium didn't win this one. So in my opinion, yes, they are increases, but all of these are worthless amounts. So I would give it to the regular pass and say that food is overall not what this was. Coins suffered a very similar fate, except even worse. There is essentially no increase from coin to coin, from pass to pass. There was no increase essentially, so I would hands down give it to the regular pass here, no doubt. Dino Bug is really where things pick up though, and where I actually had to give premium the hands down again. In the regular pass, you get a very respectable 245 which is not bad at all. But then it gets to 1,750. That is a lot of money, even for late game players. Now, of course, this does almost double it to 3,500 bucks if you get the Grand Premium Bundle. However, in my opinion, again, I definitely go with premium. Yes, 3,500 is so much, but I think 1,750 is also extremely respectable, especially for a fourth of the price. So I would definitely go for that. Finally, loyalty points is not a big deal. With loyalty points here, I had to kind of guesstimate how much each pack gave you since I couldn't find a definitive answer, but my essential idea was that it was about 95 DNA since that's how much the daily rewards pack gives you. So I used that, and essentially the premium bundle is the only one that came close. But again, I would definitely say if you're interested in getting lots of loyalty points, anything will really give you that. So all of these are pretty much arbitrary, but I would definitely say probably regular would probably be the best bet here. Next up is a bit of a newer addition, which is tickets. You can now get tickets and use them in the prize drop wheel. I'm not going to really spend any time on this at all, but technically the Grand Premium bundle is really good at this because it gives you 30 golden tickets, which means you can unlock things that you would normally have to pay regular money for. So yeah, I would definitely say this is worth it, but 30 tickets, yes, while being a lot, still doesn't guarantee you to get a creature, which would really suck if you didn't, but it is just something to keep in mind. Now, dinosaurs. Dinosaurs are where things are going to start to take a bit of a turn. Now, with dinosaurs, there are certain guaranteed dinosaurs and how many dinosaurs you are going to get in the pass. From regular to premium, there is about an increase of 3 dinosaurs. You will have 7 dinosaurs if you get regular, and if you get premium, you get 3 extra. That extra dinosaur will, of course, be another big one because that is the main dinosaur of the season, but of course, it could vary depending on the season, but this season creature is the big one. Now, there is a decent increase from 10 to 16 guaranteed creatures to the Grand Premium bundle, and that would give you a lot more creatures, of course, 6 extra, but again, for 4 times the price, it really should be giving you about 40 creatures, which we know they would never do. So in this area, I would definitely give the Premium Pass the biggest nod here. It definitely takes that, and it definitely has the best creatures. Now, in terms of what really matters, which is none other than the big one pack. Now, of course, again, this works for any season creature, but at the end of every season, there is a big creature. And this is where it starts to really matter. Of course, this creature is imperative to a lot of people because if you want to get this creature maxed out, it is very hard to do so without the season. Because, of course, every time there's a star creature, it gets a tournament. The only problem is that the tournament is a twin tournament. If you don't know, in a twin tournament, you can't unlock the tournament creature. You only get 2 versions of it. So that means you only get 2. So even if you complete that tournament and you complete the regular pass, you can only get a max level 30. Now, of course, if you do decide to not do that and you get the premium pass and you still do the tournament, that means that you can get a total of 3 creatures for the premium pass. Now, this is where I think the premium pass gets a bit complicated because, of course, the premium pass does give you 3, but what are you going to do with 3 creatures? You're going to have a level 20 and a level 10. And is that really going to help you as much as getting a level 30? Which you could get that level 30, of course, through the tournament, but that means you'll have 1 extra. Now, here is where I think the Grand Premium Bundle has something special and loses it. You get 5 big ones guaranteed. 5 of the creatures guaranteed from the pack. Of course, you could always get an extra one, but it's not guaranteed. And it's very unlikely. So if you get 5, that's perfect. The only problem is the tournament only gives you 2. And guess how much that is? It's a measly 7 creatures, meaning it's not enough to max it out by 1 creature. Of course, again, you could get it by chance, you could get it later, but the fact that you're paying $40 and participating in a tournament and you still can't get the creature is a massive L for the Grand Premium Bundle. So on this one, I'd hands down give it to the Premium Pass or the regular pass. If you just want 2, that's nice, of course, but I'd say honestly, regular just beats out everything here, with Premium being pretty nice if you want a level 20 and level 10. That's not that bad for sure, but the fact that they were so close, they could have easily just plopped in another one for the Grand Premium Bundle. They didn't though, and that's what really hurts this one, because that's why a lot of people are here to get the season creature, and if you can't guarantee a maxed out version, a lot of people aren't going to be happy, unfortunately. I hate to say it with you. And that pretty much wraps it up. There's a few extra benefits for Grand Premium Bundle, including extra season points, which is just an excuse for the fact that you can't really get a full season without doing them. incubators. You get some extra incubators once and often. And that basically wraps up that part of this video. So we basically looked at what I saw as worth it using math and using a bit of biasness towards the end, of course. So basically what we've kind of learned from this is if you're interested in getting the big one really high leveled, you can take a chance and go for Grand Premium Bundle and get 7. 7 is still really good. You can still get a level 30, 20, and 10, and then of course you'd only need one more, which there might only be a certain amount of time before that happens. But in my opinion, I feel like Ludia is purposely gatekeeping this and trying to stop players from having it, which really sucks because a lot of people really want that creature, and the fact that you can't have it despite paying 40 bucks is absolutely insane to me. But it's still not terrible, and if you want 7, that's still a lot. And of course, that's without doing the tournament. That is with doing the tournament, my bad. So if you don't do the tournament, you only get 5. I think Premium definitely does take the cake here, since you do get 3 creatures, and especially if you don't finish it, you can still get pretty decent in. Or honestly, Regular also does good, because you technically only need a level 20. So there are definitely a lot of options, but if you want to guarantee get a level 30, at least you'll have to go for Grand Premium Bundle. In terms of other resources, Premium undoubtedly takes the cake. There's a few places where it slips up, of course. That includes food and coins, where it has basically no increase, or at least no substantial increase. However, in DNA, in especially bucks, it is the king. Getting 1,750 bucks in Grand Premium Bundle for only $10 is absolutely mind-boggling, because a lot of packs won't even give you that much for $10. So it's crazy that that is guaranteed. And you get some great creatures along with it, of course. So everything really works out in terms of resources and in terms of other dinosaurs as well. You really get your money's worth, and the season is still completely possible. You don't even have to go through it all the way in order to get a good deal. So let's take a look at everything we learned here. Now, in terms of who had the biggest wins, Premium definitely had the biggest win. In terms of just counting up, Regular Pass took the cake. It had 8 wins in terms of all these categories, and basically 0 losses. Premium, on the other hand, got very close with 7 wins, where I would prefer to take 7 in these different categories. And Grand Premium Bundle only had a dear 4 wins, unfortunately. But in terms of bias wins, I honestly would definitely take overall. I would honestly take Premium Pass. Of course, there is a knockback to this. $10 is 10 real dollars at the end of the day. But if you go for it, I think what you get compared to everything else in this game is definitely, I mean definitely, the best purchase you could have in this game. Of course, this goes over months. You don't spend that money and then, you get to have it forever. It's only for each pass. So you would be spending $100 plus every single year, which is of course still absurd for a mobile game. But compared to a lot of the other things you can get in this game, this is kind of the cash crop. This is the way to go. So overall, at the end of the day, I think Premium wins here. Now, of course, the way I did this does leave some things blank, and there are certain contradictions and certain parts that aren't completely filled, and things that I would definitely go back and change if I had more time and if I could make this video look better. Of course, it's not the most interesting right now, but with that all being said, I hope you did get something from this video. And at the end of the day, the real winner here is Regular, because you're still getting amazing deals. You're still getting upward of 500 bucks. You're still getting these good creatures. You can still get 2 big ones. And yes, although I think objectively Premium is the best, I think there are a lot of other benefits. But otherwise, thank you all so much for watching. I know this was a lot of numbers. I really had a lot of fun making this video and especially recording it. But if it doesn't do that well, I totally understand. It was me just kind of blabbering numbers, but I'll try to have some nice visuals up to kind of help you guys. But otherwise, if you want to see more, please let me know. And I'll see you all next time. This is Jurassic Insider signing out.